Hey there, Erin Bradley live here again today on Tuesday morning, and don't mind me being outside because first of all, it's a beautiful day, but secondly, I lost the keys to my office. So yeah, this is my office today until I get into my office. So yeah, hi. All right, so today I want to talk to you guys about a topic that a lot of people have been asking me about lately, and I figured it might be easier to explain it in layman's terms over video rather than in writing. And that is the difference between a home equity line of credit, which is also known as a HELOC, and a cash out refinance. So, excuse me, over the last couple years, especially in Colorado, home values have gone up a lot. And a lot of people are looking to tap into that equity either to take money out for a home improvement project or to get a down payment on another property and keep that one as a rental or as a primary. All kinds of reasons, consolidating debt, etc. So there's a lot of marketing that comes in the mail, and sometimes it's a cash out refinance that banks are trying to sell you on, and sometimes it's a home equity line of credit, and they're pretty different, and there's pros and cons to both. So let's talk about the cash out refinance first. So cash out refinance means that you're getting a brand new loan. Hey, Leandra. Hi, Jeff. You're getting a brand new loan that is a higher loan balance than the one you currently have, and you're going to take the difference between the two as cash at the end of the closing of the refinance. So essentially, you're going to get a brand new loan and get rid of the old one. And the new loan is going to obviously have a higher loan balance and likely could have a higher payment. Rates on a cash out refinance are traditionally about 1/4% higher than a purchase rate. So just be prepared that the interest rate on this loan is typically going to be a little bit higher. Depending on when you got your mortgage that you're paying off, for all we know, this rate could be the same or even lower than what you currently have. So just don't rule it out that it's inherently going to be higher right out of the gates. But anyway, the cash out refinance, the benefit of the cash out refi is that it is a 30-year fixed or a 15-year fixed or whatever loan term you want. But you're basically getting a new loan, getting rid of the old, and that's it. It's typically going to be a 30-year fix for most people, but we can explore all different kinds of options. The home equity line of credit is different in that it's a separate loan that you're opening. You're keeping your first mortgage in place, and we don't do home equity lines of credit at Fairway, but I have lots of recommendations for local banks that do a great job. And essentially what you're doing is you're getting, as the name suggests, a line of credit, and the difference is that it is liquid, which means that, let's say for example, you open a line of credit and it's got $50,000 on it. Excuse me. You don't necessarily need to draw the whole $50,000. You could just take like $20,000, for example, and you're only going to pay interest on the money that you've pulled out, but you still maintain access to the remaining balance. So for example, if you have a $20,000 kitchen remodel you want to do, but your line of credit is available balance of $50,000, you just transfer 20 into your checking and you pay interest on the 20 until you've paid it back. You still have 30 available, so you're not paying interest on it unless you need it. And that's kind of a nice thing. It's a good financial tool to have that available. The negative with the home equity line of credit is that it's a variable rate, and it's tied to a rate called the prime rate. And the prime rate was fixed from 2008 until the end of 2015. It never moved, so it's not as volatile as conventional mortgage rates, but there's no limit on how high it can go. So once the economy continues to show signs of improvement, we're going to see that rate very likely will go up in the future. And so there's no limit on how high it can go. So you just have to be careful that if you're going to do the home equity line of credit, you kind of want to be in a position where you know that in a very short matter of time or as soon as necessary, you would be able to pay it off to a zero balance if rates start creeping up, so you're not exposed to that risk. The benefit of the HELOC is that typically you can access more of your home equity. Most banks will let you get up to 90% of the home's value, as opposed to being capped at 80% on a primary residence cash out refinance. So if your house is worth $500,000, for example, it gets you another 10% or $50,000. So, the nice thing about the HELOC is that when it is paid off, you still maintain access to that. So let's say you have some money sitting in your savings account and you're paying interest on what you borrowed from your HELOC. you can just transfer money from your checking and savings to the HELOC and just basically pay it down as fast as you can without losing access to that money. It's a little different when you're trying to pay down your mortgage. So like if you're overpaying your 30-year fixed mortgage, you can't get that money back. So it becomes a little tricky and a little bit risky because you want to make sure you're keeping money in savings and reserves. The thing I like about the HELOC is that once you have paid it off, then it's available to you for other opportunities, emergencies, etc. My husband and I, we've bought a lot of real estate, 6 properties in the last 9 years, and we have a HELOC on one of our properties, and it's been a great tool for us to pull some money from there for a larger down payment on an investment when an opportunity presents itself, and then we just try to quickly pay it off, and then it's available to us for another investment in the future or in case of emergency or anything like that. So that's the pros and cons. I mean, really, truly, you can just give me a call. 303-359-8710 is our team's cell phone number. You can email us at teambradley@fairwaymc.com. And typically what we'll do is we'll look at your current mortgage statement, and then we'll run some numbers to show you, okay, if you go with a cash out refinance, this is the payment you're going to be locked into. And this is the, comparison with a HELOC, and then kind of figure out pros and cons, like what's going to make the most sense for you short-term and long-term. And that's pretty much our goal all the time. Just call us if you have questions. If you're getting marketing in the mail, we'll shoot it to you straight. So, we're not going to try to sell you on something that doesn't make sense for you, but we always want to be a resource to you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks for tuning in.